this video, I am going to teach you how to find the least common multiple or least common denominator of rational algebraic expressions. But before that, we're going to review how to get the LCM or LCD of fractions kasi they are quite related. No? So let's say we have 10 over 4 and 1/3. So when we are getting the LCM or LCD, of course, we are just going to mind the denominator or the given in the denominator. So yung numerator, just set aside it and the focus on the denominator. So we will find the LCM or LCD of 4 and 3. So when we say least common multiple, multiples are just like us keep counting. So let's say multiples of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Multiples of 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, and such. So when we list the multiples of 4, should be 4, 8, I'm sorry. 8, I'm so sorry, my 8 is not perfect. 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, and so on and so forth. Okay? I just wrote an ellipsis, meaning it is continuous. But I'm not going to write all the multiples. Okay? How about 3? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and then so on. I just wrote an ellipsis, indication that the multiples are continuous, but I'm not going to list all of them. Okay? So just take a look at the common multiples. So the common multiples are 12. Okay? We also have 24. So there are more than one common multiple. How do we able to decide which is the least common multiple among these two common multiple? Okay? So ang hinahanap kasi natin is least. Okay? When we say least, ibig sabihin, yung pinakamaliit. Okay, least. L-E-A-S-T, least. So ano mas maliit? Si 12 or si 24? Of course, si 12. Therefore, ang least common multiple ni 4 and 3 is 12. 12 na ngayon yung sagot. Yun na yun. Okay? So now, sa rational algebraic expression, as we all know, rational, algebraic, when we say algebraic, of course, meron ng mga variables, meron ng mga letters na involved. So, Ma'am Naimi, it is hard to find the least common multiple, or how do we find the least common multiples of variables? So, I'm going to teach you right here, right now. Okay? So, one thing that you need to remember is that in getting the LCD of variables, we will take a look at the exponent. So, let's say for example, no, we have x squared and x to the 4th power. So, di ba, nauna kong ituro kung paano kumuha ng GCF ng variables. Sabi ni Ma'am Noemi, kapag kumukuha ka ng GCF ng variables, the least, yung mayroong least na exponent, yun yung GCF. So, kung GCF yung hinahanap natin, dito, ang GCF nito x squared. Paano naman kapag LCM, Ma'am Noemi? So, sa GCF, ang hinahanap natin yung mayroong least. So, it is quite ironic, di ba? Kasi greatest common factor yung hinahanap natin. Pero ang magiging answer natin is yung may least na exponent. Sa LCM, ironic din. Kasi, ang hinahanap natin yung may highest na exponent. Okay? Masulat yan sa module ninyo. So, ang LCM nito ay x to the 4th power. And we need to remember na when we are getting the LCM of variables, kailangan same yung base nila. Kasi kapag hindi same, merong another rule na susundin tayo kapag gano'n. Pero in this example, they have the same basis which is x. Therefore, we just need to observe what exponent is the highest. And that will be your least common multiple. Okay? How about another example? So I'm not going to write rational algebraic expression. We will assume na these expressions are the denominator of rational algebraic expressions. Parang hindi na din ako mapagod mag-isip ng given. Okay? So let's say we will find the LCM of this. A squared B C to the fourth and A B cube C to the fifth power. So as you can see, these three variables, same sila ng bases, A, B, C. So there will be no problem in our case. No? Ang LCM ni A, so as we observe here in our given, we have A squared and A. Ang hinahanap natin yung may highest. It is quite ironic kasi least common multiple siya pero ang hahanapin natin na exponent ay yung may highest na exponent. So here, mas mataas, of course, si A squared. Okay, A squared. How about kay B? We have B and B cubed. So, syempre, pipiliin natin yung may mas mataas na exponent. B cubed. And then, for our last variable, C to the fourth and then C to the fifth power, pipiliin natin si C to the fifth power kasi mas mataas siya. Therefore, the LCM of these expressions or of these denominators, pero hindi ko naman sinulat yung rational algebraic expression. So, the answer is A squared, B cubed, and C to the fifth power. How about po, ma'am, kapag po magkaiba sila ng base or ng variable? How can we find the least common multiple of that? So let's say for example, pinaka-basic. Hanapin natin ng LCM ni A and B. Okay? If you will encounter something like this na the given is two different variables or three different variables or four different variables, all you need to do is that you're just going to combine them. Pagkasamahin nyo lang sila. So, ang LCM nito ay AB. Okay? Yun na LCM niya. Pero kapag halimbawa, the variables have the same bases, katulad ng in-example ko kanina, you will take a look at the exponent. Okay? Pero kapag magkaiba sila ng bases, you're just going to combine them. So, let's try to solve a much harder example. So, let's say, we will find the LCD or LCM. LCD, least common denominator, pero wala namang numerator na given si mama. I-assume na lang natin na these are denominators of rational algebraic expressions. No? Kasi I'm having a hard time typing. Of course, kasi hindi naman basta-basta mag-type ng mga mathematical equations. So, yan. So, we're assuming na these expressions are the denominators of rational algebraic expressions. So, let's say we will find the LCM or LCD of 12x and 36y. So, first, para hindi tayo mabigla, no? Let's first find the LCM of the numerical coefficient. Okay, so ano ba ang LCM ni 12 and 36? So, kung kaya nyong i-mental, of course, mas okay. Pero if hindi nyo kaya i-mental, like, isang tingin nyo lang, alam nyo na yung sagot. You can, pag di nyo kaya yun, you can list the multiples of 12 and 36. Okay? So, list natin. We have 12, 24, 36, 48, yan, so on. 36, we have 36, 72. Stop right here. Meron na silang common factor. That is 36. Therefore, yun yung LCM ni 12 and 36. So, lagay natin, 36. How about X and Y? So, as you can see, they are two different variables. So, according to Ma'am Noemi a while ago, kapag different yung variables, different ng base, you're just going to combine them. So, lagay lang natin x, y. Therefore, the LCM of 12x or the LCD of 12x and 36y is 36xy. Okay? So, pasensya na, di ko sinulat yung rational algebraic expression. I-assume nyo na lang na yung mga given is denominators na. Okay? I'm having a hard time kasi typing. Let's say we have another example. Let's say we have, ilang example natin to 5. Okay? Let's say we have 20 n squared and then 30 m squared n squared. So, here yung LCM. Kunin muna natin yung LCM ng numerical coefficients. Okay? So, if hindi nyo kaya, again, na i-mental siya, you can just simply list the multiples mano-mano, step by step. Okay? So, we have 20, 40, 60, pa 80, 100, and so on and so forth. In 30, we have 30, 60, 90, 120, and so on and so forth. So, as you can see here, ang common factor nila na pinakamaliit or yung least is 60. Therefore, that is the LCM of 20 and 30, 60. So, write 60 there. And then, take a look at the variables. Tingnan natin yung variables. We have n squared. So, hanapin natin yung pinaka-highest na exponent. So, of course, wala tayong choice, no? Parehong squared. Therefore, the LCM of n squared and n squared is n squared. Is pa ba tayo? Pareho na silang n squared, di ba? How about, Ma'am Noemi, itong m squared? Paano na siya? So, yun yung sinasabi ko kanina. Pag mayroong variable na iba, isasama nyo pa rin siya dun sa LCM. Katulad ng ginawa natin kanina, yung LCM ni A tsaka ni B, pinagsama lang natin sila. Ito din, kahit na wala naman siyang kapartner dito sa side na to, wala namang kasing M na variable, itong first expression, kasama pa din natin siya sa LCM. So, we will put M squared here. Therefore, the LCM of the given is 60n squared, M squared. Okay lang kung sino mauna dun sa mga variables. They are interchangeable, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, pwede silang magkapalit ng positioning. It's okay. So that's how you find the LCD or LCM of rational algebraic expression. And again, I'm so sorry kasi hindi naman sinulat ni Ma'am yung rational algebraic expression kasi kailangan para siyang naka-fraction, may numerator. Pero sinulat ko lang agad yung denominator. Yan yung denominator. Kasi nga, Ma'am Naimi is sick this past few days and I'm having a hard time typing expressions in algebra. So, sana maintindihan niyo ako, no? So, yun. Thank you for listening.